The agriculture sector in Sierra Leone accounts for the highest employment, with mostly women who are engaged in it. It serves as the main source of livelihood for most extended families in rural communities. As their only source of income, and despite the many challenges they face, women in communities like Sartia, just outside of the capital Freetown, collectively prepare their farms.
I've been suffering. Accessing seeds is really a challenge sometimes. I want to work big, but I just can't. There is no opportunity for me. But however, I plant with the little I have. In light of this, we decided to form a small group of female farmers in the community called Women Power, so as for us to work together and gain some benefits from our farming. But this is the first year of planting. We need help because it's difficult to get the men to work for us. We as women have to do all the work. So if we have the desired support from the men, we can do lots more.
We need help. We need help me more because the man now they ask forget for let they work for you. Yeah, now we don't man now they work so they pay money let they work for you. So if they help, we will able to do much than this. Now help us. Yes.
20-year-old MUSU BANGURA, a school dropout, is engaged in farming to be able to raise funds and pay her fees. Accessing seeds for her farm is, however, one of the many challenges she is battling with.
I don't have much opportunity, so I decided to come into farming to raise funds to go back to school and take my exams. But during these 3 years of being into farming, I've been able to raise a small amount of money. I thank God for that. But access to a reasonable amount of finance is really a serious challenge. I plant pepper, but sometimes I don't have enough money to buy the seeds, so I have to scout and lend money from people just so I can plant and then manage my life.
Like the finance problem. Example, like where like me na example na pepper the plant. Some they work you want plant pepper, some they not can get that money. The moment so I go buy the pepper. Some the pastor go to us, I go buy the pepper and I can't do things while they develop in life.
Cartas, a Catholic-run non-governmental organization, is supporting women in communities who are engaged in small-scale farming as part of their empowerment and skills training project. ELISA SILLAH, the project coordinator, says the potential in the farming sector with the involvement of women is very huge.
The basic support we have been giving to women farmers in communities is seed, other agricultural inputs like fertilizers, local chicken dung, local manure, amongst other supplies, which then they can use to harvest for themselves. We also provide them with tools and working materials and raincoats during the rainy season, and provide training facility, knowing fully well that they have knowledge in farming. But to have a farm that gives increased yield, they need the know-how on how to go about it, how to develop their seeds to plant, how to treat their seeds, the quality of fertilizers for it to grow within the period, and how to take care of the farms. We also try to build their capacities before releasing them into the farms. These women are willing and want to cooperate to do a vast land of farm, acres of land, but they don't have the physical manpower to do the work. If they are to get it, they just have to pay for it. But being a community woman, they don't have the resources. Even when they tax themselves, the money is still not enough. These women need laborers that can help them tilt the ground, build the heaps. These are some of the challenges, but women farmers must not only be supported with seeds, but also labor if they must develop.
Manpower for growth. If they have to get it, they have to pay for it. And being a community woman, who said they can pull up, sometimes they can tax themselves, but the money not get up to that front. So that they look for labor. Labor will go help them for spread the ground, build the heaps them, so that they can able to do the planting. So these are one of the challenges. So for that, I think say if we want to develop any woman group of farmers, we need for support them not only with seeds, with the training, but also we forget labor. We will come join them, and then they can spread forth and get a huge benefit of land.
In Sierra Leone, moving women from small-scale to large-scale farming is still a serious challenge. With a struggling economy, the new government has, however, committed themselves to increase budgetary allocation to the sector to be able to diversify the economy and provide more sustainable jobs for the many women who are engaged in it.
This is Satir community in the Western Area Rural District, where women engage in small-scale farming as a source of livelihood. It is indeed a deprived community, and I've taken an extensive tour around this community and toured their farmlands where they're farming. It is harvest time or almost harvest time, and it's planting season for pepper. They have outlined some of the numerous challenges they have been faced with as women in this community as they engage in farming, which is their only source of livelihood. Called on government and all other stakeholders involved, including organizations, local as well as international organizations, to support them with the necessary equipment and tools they need to carry on with their farming exercise. Adama, SILLAH, Star TV News, Freetown, Sierra Leone.